page 38 in How to Steal a Dog by Barbara O'Connor, How to Steal a Dog by Georgina Hayes. I wrote April 7th. Then after step 2, I wrote step 3, get ready to steal the dog. 1, keep watching the dog to make sure he is the right one to steal. 2, if you need a leash, find some rope or something. 3, figure out where you are going to hide the dog. I chewed on the eraser of my pencil and stared out the window into the darkness. Number 3 was a big problem. I wished I could ask Luann to help me. She always had good ideas about stuff. I looked down at my notebook again. I guessed I was just going to have to figure this out by myself unless some miracle happened and Toby got an idea. I closed the notebook and watched the moths fluttering around the streetlight outside the window. Maybe stealing a dog wasn't such a good idea after all. I propped my feet up on the seat in front of me and frowned at my bare toes. My party girl pink nail polish was wearing off and I didn't have any more. I guess it got tossed out with all my other stuff. We can't take everything, Georgina, Mama had hollered at me when Mr. Dieter kicked us out. 1 bag, she said in a mean voice. That's it. Just when I was starting to feel a good cry coming on, I heard Mama hurrying toward the car. I sat up and rolled down the window. Georgina, she whispered, real excited like. Guess what? What? I found us a place. Really? I felt my heavy heart start to lift. Mama put both hands against the car door and grinned down at me. Her hair was damp and frizzy from working her second job in the steamy back room of the Regal Dry Cleaners. She took her shoes off and climbed into the front seat. Yep, we're moving into a house. We had only ever lived in apartments before, never in a house. I could already see my bedroom, white furniture with gold on its edges like Luann's, maybe even pink carpet. When? I said. Friday, Mom examined herself in the rearview mirror. I look as beat as I feel, don't I? She said. You look all right, I said, but I was lying. She did look beat. Dark circles under her eyes, her skin all creased and greasy looking. I lay back against the seat and felt about 100 pounds lighter than I had just minutes before. I'd known in my heart that stealing a dog was a bad thing to do, and now I didn't have to. I couldn't believe everything had turned out so good. Chapter 6. My stomach was flopping around like crazy as we made our way through the neighborhoods of Derby. I couldn't hardly wait to see which house would be ours. But when Mama turned onto a dirt and gravel road, I started to get a bad feeling. The car squeaked and bounced up the narrow, winding road, deeper and deeper into the woods. When we passed a faded, handwritten sign nailed to a tree, my bad feeling got worse. Keep out. Private property. Are you sure this is right? I said to Mama. She clutched the steering wheel and sat up straight and tense. Yes, Georgina, she said. I know what I'm doing, okay? Then, just as I thought my bad feeling couldn't get any worse, we rounded a curve and I saw a house just ahead of us. A ramshackle old house with boarded up windows and the front door hanging all cockeyed on its rusty hinges. Mama stopped the car and we all three stared in silence at the wreck of a house. The tar paper roof was caved in and covered with rotting leaves and pine needles. Prickly-looking bushes grew thick and dense across the front, while kudzu vines snaked their way up the chimney and across the roof. Well, Mama said, it ain't Shangri-La, but it's better than nothing. I couldn't believe my ears. That's the house we're going to live in, I said. It's just temporary, Mama turned the engine off and started throwing stuff into a cardboard box on the seat beside her. Beverly Jenkins over at the handy pantry knows the owner, and she said he won't care if we stay here for a while. Toby started crying. I don't want to, he whined. Hush up, Toby, Mama said. We got out and tried to push through the bushes that grew across the front of the house. Come on, y'all, she said. Let's check it out. I crossed my arms and slumped down in the seat. This just beat all. First, I had to go and get a daddy who acted mean all the time, and then just up and left us. Now I had a Mama who had gone plumb crazy. Come on, Georgina, Mama called. It's not that bad. She had managed to get to the front door and had pushed it open to peer inside. Really, y'all, she said. We can clean it up and make it nice. Toby was sniffling, and I knew he was waiting on me to make the first move. I bet there's snakes in there, I called out through the car window. Mama had disappeared inside, but her voice came drifting out to us. There's no snakes. There's even some furniture. Come on. I looked at Toby and he looked at me. You think there's really snakes in there? He said. Snakes at worst, I said. Probably rats and spiders and dead stuff. Toby started wailing. Mama came out and made her way back to the car, pushing the bushes aside to make a path. Come on, she said, opening the door and gathering up the box of trash bags and stuff. No, I said, I'm staying here. No, Toby said, I'm staying here. Mama slammed the box down and yanked the back door open. Listen here, she hollered. I'm doing the best I can. At least we'll have a roof over our heads and some room to spread out. It won't be for long. How long? I said. She sighed. Not long, she said. I have almost enough for rent, but most places want a deposit too. You two just don't get it. Her voice started getting louder until she was hollering again. You think all I got is to do is snap my fingers and bingo! She pounded on top of the car. There's the rent, and there's the deposit, and there's the gas for the car, she yelled. And snap, there's electricity and water and phone, not to mention food and clothes and doctors and stuff. She kicked the car when she yelled the word stuff. Toby and I jumped. Now get out of the darn car and come inside, she said. Then she picked up the box and started back through the bushes toward the house. I gathered up my pillow and our beach towel wall. Come on, Toby, I said. Let's go. We'll stop there for today.